Birdland Today, your daily dose of Orioles talk.
So do you think Derek Queen just locked in his chance to throw out the first pitch for the Baltimore Orioles, whether it's opening day, the home opener next week, or hopefully he'll be busy next week and we can do it sometime in the future? I mean, when you make a game-winning buzzer-beater bucket, and then when you ask, you say, I'm from Baltimore, that's why. Not only do you become an instant hero and everyone grabs hold of your quote, you are guaranteed now, Derek Queen, you will be doing the ceremonial first pitch for an upcoming Orioles game. There's no question. Stick around, keep this going until the fall, and I'm sure the Baltimore Ravens will have you out there for a coin flip. To go on the national stage and say, I'm from Baltimore, that's why, it's just fun, and it's great. And huge win for the Terps last night. Scary win, like everything else the Terps have done this season. They somehow, though, did the opposite and did not lose the close game. Anyway, how about that for just jumping right into the conversation? This is Birdland Today for Monday, March 24th. And guys, today is the last fake game. The final exhibition game is today as the Baltimore Orioles play the Washington Nationals over by the Cherry Blossoms in their stadium in Washington, D.C. Did you see their new City Connects they announced this week? They had one of my favorite City Connects previously with the Cherry Blossoms. These new ones, they seem like they were designed by the same person who designed the Baltimore City Connects. A little too much thought. Let's just take the map of D.C., put a blue filter on it, and stretch it over the jersey. Not my favorite, though I do like the lean into the D.C. part of Washington, D.C. I do like the district. Anyway, I'm all over the place. It is Birdland Today for Monday. I can't wait because Thursday is the Orioles opening day in Toronto against the Blue Jays. Best part about opening up in Toronto is it's a dome. So there is no empty day off after the first game for rain. In fact, we get 4 games to start the series in Toronto. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday before the Birds come home for their home opener a week from today. So make sure you follow me on everything. At Birdland Sports on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I've got a Birdland Today YouTube, but it's not like authorized 100% yet. So for now, we'll be using the Birdland Sports as we're going to start doing some post-game shows starting this Thursday. We'll go live on YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff right after the Orioles defeat the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm just going to put it out there as a win for the Orioles, as a manifest it. That's the word. I'm going to manifest a win. Either way, I'll be here after the game to talk to you and get your instant reactions. So hop on over to your favorite social medias, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Going over there, there's something set up now on the YouTube, Birdland Sports YouTube, where you hit the bell and tell it to notify you on Thursday when the postgame show starts, and we can talk about it. So we already talked. I put out an episode over the weekend about Kyle Gibson. I am very excited that he is going to be a Baltimore Oriole. I think I wanted him all off season, and he's not a big name, not a big star. And the more I hear him speak, the more I'm glad Kyle Gibson is an Oriole. I like the guy. So now we've gotten some news as we get ready for opening day. The roster is not completely set yet. For me, there's one big question mark on the roster. Well, there's a couple little ones, and we'll get to it, which is really Jorge Mateo. Is he ready? And do we have room for him on this roster? And then there is the Machine. He's had an excellent spring, but he sure seems like he's the perfect Jake Fox candidate. But with the Gunnar Henderson injury, maybe there is an opportunity here. I think, in fact, because he played so well, we might see Mateo also put on that 10-day DL to kind of give himself a little bit more time to be ready. And then that opens up room for the Machine. But other than that, we're kind of set. with the roster. We learned yesterday that Cade Povich will be our 5th starter. So that gives us Zach Eflin, Charlie Morton, Tomioka Saguna, and Dean Kramer, and Cade Povich. Now, Kyle Gibson's going to come in as soon as he's ready, but I'm sure they're going to work him up. And the hope is that Grayson Rodriguez will be ready to come in as well. And I think it might work well for the Orioles to move to a 6-man rotation at that time. Otherwise, you're going to have some guys missing starts and pushing out. I know you can move Cade to the bullpen. I really like him in this rotation, though. Kramer, I feel like he has fought to earn himself in this rotation. I find it interesting that Cade Povich will be your home opener starter. And it's just how it works out as the 5th starter. But still, you could fluctuate if you wanted to give Kramer that option or something, that honor, I guess I should say. But instead, they're going to put Cade up on the bump. So that'll be fun to see. We get to see him today in Nats Park as he will pitch the final game as they try to get everyone in line on their rotation schedule. So he'll pitch today, and then he'll pitch next Monday. Now, the other thing to look at is how we line up with Gunnar Henderson on the IL. 10-day IL for Gunnar. I'm not concerned at all as long as things don't get worse. If he wants to miss 2 weeks to then be healthy the rest of the season, perfectly fine with me. What I don't want is injuries at the end of the season. And we've had too many seasons. When I think about the Orioles going into the playoffs, I can't think of a time where we went in healthy. Whether it's losing Batista, or go back to losing Matt Wieters, losing Chris Davis. I feel like we never go into the playoffs healthy. And I really would like to this year. This team has the chance to make a deep run in the playoffs. We learned from last season. We've got a team full of young guys with experience now. And we've got reserves ready in July with Tyler Wells and Kyle Bradish. We've got everything set up, not to mention the bullpen arm, Kittredge, as well, ready for July. We've got reserves ready for when the wear of summer is coming. We've seen the depth that we have down in Norfolk. We've got depth in infields. We've seen depth in outfield. We've seen even Samuel Basallo. I'd be fine with him if he made the major league roster. He isn't because it wouldn't be helpful for him at this point. But could we see him in June, July? Totally. This team is set up and ready. And the question is some final roster moves. So today we've got Colton Cowser in left field, Adley Rutschman catching, Jordan Westberg at second base, Ryan O'Hearn DHing, Tyler O'Neill in right field, Ryan Mountcastle at first base, Cedric Mullins in center field, Ramon Urias at third base, and Jackson Holliday at shortstop. I'm excited for the fact that Jackson Holliday will be starting at shortstop for the first week of baseball. But I hope it's just that. Then we can move things around. I like the flexibility that Westberg can play second or third. I like that O'Hearn can do DH, first base, right field. I like the flexibility that Urias can play second or third. That we have these pieces, so if one man goes down, we can shift a little bit and not die. It's not over. So here we are, the final fake game today. Don't worry about Gunnar Henderson. We'll get through it. Look at if you want to feel better, let's go with this. If you want to feel better about the Orioles and their injury concerns, then look at the Yankees, where Garrett Cole is getting Tommy John and won't pitch this year. Where Lewis Gill, the guy that won Rookie of the Year last year, has a lat strain, and they're saying he's out 3 months. Where Giancarlo Stanton is having plasma injections on both elbows. So he'll be out a while. Then you look at the Padres and Yu Darvish, elbow inflammation. So the fact that we have Grayson Rodriguez sore and Gunnar sore, and hopefully they'll both be back in 1, 2, 3 weeks, I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm perfectly fine because I'm comfortable with the rest of these guys. So we'll see what happens. See how it goes. I'm really interested to see what the bench looks like for the Orioles this Thursday because we have depth. There is going to be people left off of this team that deserve to be on this team. And where I feel bad for those players, like Kobe Mayo is one of those guys, and he let out some frustration last week. As a fan, it's exciting to know that not only do we have guys to play this year, we have depth for when things go bad. We've got guys ready to come up. So that's going to do it for Birdland today. I will talk to you tomorrow and get ready for Thursday because that's when it all actually matters. Talk to you then.